All right, hello, welcome back. I'm back for the second time today. If you missed my first stream, good for you. Nothing much happened. I was just doing some back testing, nothing major. But we're technically on here again. Oh, wait a minute. Did I forget to change the thumbnail? I probably did. Can I edit this now? Change. Ooh, quickly, quickly. There we go. I think my thumbnail changed now. Enjoy that. We're professionals on this, you already know. So, yeah. Um, in case you missed it, yes, thank you for the 300 subscribers. You guys are awesome. Today we're going to talk about a couple of stuff, mainly Ethereum analysis, why it has been dropping, some news that I have for you guys, and also news in terms of Litecoin, what is going on with that. We're going to talk about all of it, and also Donald Trump stuff, you already know. Trump stuff, Canada stuff, things that we kind of care about. So let's start off with Bitcoin. It just came down, but it was, trust me, bro, at $98,000. We're currently 97,928. Not too bad either. In case you also missed it, well, two new things. I'm now operating on... I'm also just trying to set up... My OBS never connects for whatever reason. I'm operating on perpetual futures on the SpingX. I've put referral links this time in the description. If you guys do want to sign up, you can click my link so I can get money. And main movement thing that we should be paying attention to today is Litecoin. It has been rising pretty decently ever since I entered the trade, and it managed to hit our take profit of 1-to-3 risk reward ratio, which paid us $600. Why? Because now I am in perpetual futures starting off with 20,000. And if you know my strategy well, you know I risk 1% of the account. 1% of 20,000 is $200. 200 was risked to get 3 times that reward. 200 times 3 equals 600 is what we made. Hence what you see right over here. Now you're also going to notice I tried entering link. This also happened today, and you'll notice that this trade only lasted 1 minute because I misinputted the volume and realized, wait a minute, I'm putting in too much volume because I had 20x leverage at that time, which this time it seems like it's not going to be an issue anymore. It seems like it's all back down to 3x leverage, which is a good thing. I don't want to be using too much leverage, right? Especially if I misinput that into my risk calculator. So it gave me a completely different number. I managed to exit with $25 in profit. I actually made 117, but they charged me $90, right? The fees here are crazy, but I am noticing some benefits. If you are conflicted between choosing standard futures or perpetual futures, I would recommend just stick with standard. Less fees, and pretty straightforward. If you do require the use of more advanced stuff and you want to go through extra clicks, then yeah, pick perpetual futures. And if you also want to pay more fees, go for it. Every dollar that you pay in fees is a dollar less that can grow. That's the way at least I see it. Hence why I do not like spending much. You're gonna notice in real life I'm not a big spender. I just keep myself with minimal stuff. Anything that gets me by, anything that I could survive with, and I always look for cheapest options, but things that will help me regardless. You know, I don't buy expensive stuff is what I'm just trying to say. Or maybe I'm just broke, I don't know, take it however you will. Did we notice that SUI is up 14%? That is insane. It was sub $3 just yesterday. I don't have any technical levels drawn on this. The chart is completely fresh. You're going to notice, like for example, these lines, I typically have them like dark red with dashed lines. And at the coordinates of $3, I want to put this. And I usually have some text in here as well that will tell me what I'm looking at. Usually have it in the middle center. Okay, there we go, $3. This is a $3 mark, and we're well above that this time. Looking at the 1 hour chart here. $3.36. We reached a high of $3.43. SUI is on its way back up. I've already made an argument between what is better, SUI or Solana. Maybe short-term SUI, longer-term Solana. If Solana does eventually go down or fall into FUD, Then Sui will become its successor. I've explained the history of Sui as well. It's a great option. But for now, Solana is up because of its popularity, because of its oldness. I guess it's the time it's been alive, right? It's been through its ups and downs already. Sui is just starting out practically in this cycle, and there's a lot of optimism within it. And hey, excluding Bitcoin and stablecoins, it is in the top 10 if you're looking at the altcoin index. An altcoin index is another thing that I showed you guys, which it's like the Dow Jones, to put it in simpler terms, except that instead of being 30 good companies, it's 10 of the top altcoins from CoinMarketCap. I'm guessing it's including Dogecoin. I wouldn't include Dogecoin in here, but hey, whatever. They can do whatever they want. And I mean, if I was to make my own altcoin index, it would be whatever you're seeing up here, excluding Bitcoin, of course. I would probably exclude Ethereum as well, because it's a very poor performer. Although today it has gone up 4%, 2,000 to almost 700. It did break that just a while ago. 2,724 was the highest point for Ethereum. That's pretty good news. And still though, like overall in the grand scheme of things, Ethereum still not doing that great, is it? Look where we are compared to where we have been one cycle ago, so 4 years ago. Yeah, we're supposed to be much higher than that, but we're not. A lot of altcoins have already recovered to this point or further from their 2021 highs. Not Ethereum though, and we're much further down than what we're supposed to be. I mean, we're at the same levels as 2022, practically crashing down to where FTX crash happened. I'm not sure where Luna happened. Pretty sure over here, Terra Luna, but that's gone now. We don't got to worry about those guys anymore. We got Ethereum, but there's just much better options to Ethereum at this point. People are saying Solana will kill Ethereum, so that's what everybody's got their eyes on at the moment. Solana is above $200 at 202, up 2.62%. A lot of twos. I think I last made a purchase around like 222, so I do need this to come back up a little further, approximately around here, so I can smile a little better. But yeah, still good recovery for now. Seems like everything is slowly recovering. Today is just a Monday, so we're starting out the week and things are still expected to continue going forward as long as we don't get any FUD. Things that could cause FUD would be, I don't know, tariffs, fear of China winning this little Cold War that we have with like AI, for example, the DeepSeek. I do have some news on it, but it's nothing too major, just some small detailed news. What else? I don't know. Yeah, just mainly trade wars is what people are afraid of. They don't want inflation, and they want the Fed to be cutting the interest rates, at least in line with what we are expecting. Like I said, so far this year, we're expecting 2 rate cuts, one in the month of June, one in the month of December. It sounds like it's a bit late, but it's 2 rate cuts nonetheless. So yeah, that's what we're expecting for now. Okay, so that's pretty much the grand scheme of things, the overview of what's going on. I didn't even notice Cardano is up 12% today. It's only 74 cents. It went from 70 to 74 last time I checked. Seems like it. Well, good for Cardano, I guess. Still's got a long way to go. It's supposed to be up at 130, I think. Yeah, 132. Thought I was pushing luck there for a bit, but I'm not. So I don't have any price action drawn out over here. Seems like a small recovery is about to happen if you're seeing what I'm seeing right over here. This uptrend, right? Don't be blue. It's blue. Why do you have to be blue? Yeah, I think that's good. So this is kind of what we're seeing right now. We got to break out of this resistance at 78, almost 80 cents. We'll just put it at 80 cents. 80 cents resistance zone to break out of. And we should start seeing some better levels now for Cardano. Chainlink is also up 8%. It seems like they're up so much, but really, no, I don't think they are. Oh, look at me. I thought it was smart when I entered and sold this trade immediately, because right after it did take a large dump. But, I mean, still, I think it might have hit my, it could have hit my stop loss, couldn't it? But it's still, you know, it's already swung its way back up, so seems like it's recovering well for Chainlink. I've noted these trades down on my trading workbook that I have. It's this one. Okay. Yeah, so here's my Litecoin trade. I made 600. Chainlink, I made 117 minus $91. Realistically, I just made $25. I noted that I closed it manually, but hey, it's fine, right? $600 in a day, sure, we'll take it. Might drop 500 the next couple days, but we'll never know. Didn't mean to increase that. As of right now, I have no positions open. I don't think I'll be able to find any entries. Maybe I could. If we do get an upswing, sure. But the upswing, it seems like it already has happened since 6 p.m., so I'm definitely late to the party. Don't think I can enter anything at the moment. Now, what I was doing in my last stream is backtesting using code, using Python, and with the help of ChatGPT, which I ran out of, like my free trial kind of thing ended, because I was asking it too much, I guess, or uploading too many files, like asking it, hey, look at this Excel spreadsheet, load CSV data, API calls from Binance, and generating a lot of Python scripts and things like that, and modifying stuff because it wasn't working, a lot of debugging and errors. It was crazy, but I think I managed to get it to work, but there's a couple adjustments that still need to be made so that it can tell me the correct results. That's just a TLDR of what happened in the last stream. And I don't know, maybe I'll continue doing that like more frequently. If I'm just coding or doing something, I'll just turn it into a stream, make it chill, have something playing in the background and talking my way through stuff, because I get lonely sometimes. But yeah, 98,300. We hit that at 8 a.m. I didn't realize that we hit that. This has been great recovery, but hey, 98,100 just recently. Okay, we're on our way back up. That's the good stuff. Let's start getting ready to talk about some news. Trying to think if there's anything else I could touch on. Not really. Mainly just a recovery day, which is a good thing. So, Pierre Poilievre released this video today talking about how he is planning, one of his plans, what he's doing is he's revealed it. So he wants to secure the northern border, the Arctic, right? Because of threats from possibly Russia. Russia can, like, they said that they have intercontinental ballistic missiles that can completely evade all of NATO's air defenses combined, right? So this is including Europe and Canada. This is something that the liberals, the Trudeau liberals, have completely ignored, and our northern border is unsecured, right? Sure, he is planning to secure all borders, but what he's planning to do is basically double the military size there or something, and put 2 more heavy icebreakers, is what he's calling these massive ships, and opening more Arctic bases, right? He starts going into the history of everything, etc. And how is he going to pay for it? Well, he's going to pay for it by, I meant to show this one, cutting all foreign aid to fund his Canada First plan. And that's what he's calling it, as a Canada First plan. He's no longer going to give it to, you know, all these other organizations, government bureaucracies, etc. These other countries. He's now going to use that to pay for it, which makes sense, right? I agree that we do need a stronger military, because, I mean, even if the United States wants to take over Canada, we're not going to defend ourselves against the United States. Like, are you crazy? They're going to completely just obliterate Canada and take over, if they really wanted to. but they won't. Um, Either, I don't know, Justin Trudeau does something crazy enough that he surrenders Canada over to Donald Trump, or um, Pierre Poilievre gets elected and he brings things back to normal and fixes this whole Canada thing. So yeah, that's what we're paying attention to at the moment. Of course, Canada, I mean, Donald Trump is very serious about Canada becoming the 51st state, etc. He's mentioned that right now Canada doesn't really have a country without the US, meaning that, hey, Canada does depend on the US for a lot of stuff as well. That's why the economy is hurting, and it will hurt even more, especially when the tariffs do come in. What do the other leaders think? Well, Jagmeet Singh from the NDP, New Democratic Party, he's starting to declare war on Tesla of all things. Why? Because of Elon Musk. He thinks that Elon Musk is behind this 51st state plot and wants to retaliate. So what is he gonna do? Just put a 100% tariff on Teslas. Well, so much for the climate change incentive, am I right? Either way, we're the ones that are going to suffer for this. I don't think Elon Musk will be affected by this at all. This isn't hurting Trump or Musk, exactly. So, kind of useless, but hey, good thing he's not in power, kind of, right? Does Tesla really care, though? I don't think so. They just bought like 780 something more Bitcoins, and they added it to their holdings. They now hold 11,500 Bitcoins. Good for Tesla. I think that'll be enough to compensate for any tariffs that Canada puts, if that were to happen. It's not official. It's not going to happen. That NDP guy is never going to get to power. He just wants his pension, but that's all. President Trump permits Elon Musk to hire 45 new Doge agents to manage and audit the FBI, CIA, and Pentagon. There you go. He's doing it, right? He's doing what he's promised. He's gonna ensure that nothing gets put to waste, and will be auditing all these government agencies that are likely corrupt, right? What happens when the Pentagon misplaces X amount of money and then the Twin Towers fall? Who knows? Weird stuff going on, but hey, they'll manage to help with that. Elon Musk says the Department of Education no longer exists. That's another thing of, I'm assuming, useless spending. Cool. Oh, did you know this? I don't even know if this meme is legit, but yeah. Cool. Another thing Elon Musk had, Starlink and everything, how you can direct to cell. It works now in beta mode with T-Mobile, if you're interested in have that. I don't have that. We don't have T-Mobile anymore in Canada. This is interesting. Trump was asked if he sees J.D. Vance as his successor, and he said no. Surprising. I don't know. I thought it would be, 2028 J.D. Vance be running for president. But I don't know. Trump said it's too early. No, but he's very capable. I think you have a lot of very capable people so far. I think he's doing a fantastic job. It's too early. We're just starting. Typical Trump. Cut the nonsense. Cool. Yeah, I guess that would kind of make sense, but that's up to the Republicans. You remember that there's nuclear weapons being threatened to be dropped at all times. Donald Trump has a plan to use space lasers to destroy nuclear weapons. I don't even know how that's going to happen, but it sounds fictitious. It sounds like fiction. But hey, just to show you guys, like, this whole laser thing, the whole laser thing is real. There is this image that the U.S. Navy released. It's called, the ship is called USS Preble, and they have a Helios laser weapon, and it's fired like that. I mean, this is just insane. I mean, I guess we do have lasers, and if that's going to be our counter, because he did mention he wanted to build an Iron Dome, like Israel has, but for America, right? To protect ourselves against nuclear warfare or missiles or whatever. And if he's going to take it down with lasers, that's going to be pretty neat. Space lasers of all things. That sounds crazy. Yesterday was Super Bowl day. He's tweeting this at the Super Bowl, or posting, I guess, on his Truth Social. He proposed an idea that it costs us more than 2 cents to make a penny. A penny, of course, being worth 1 cent, which is wasteful. So he's instructed the Secretary of the U.S. Treasury to stop producing new pennies. He's going to rip the waste out of their great nation's budget, even if it's a penny at a time. Sure, works with Department of Government Efficiency. That's why Elon Musk is putting the fire emojis. And this is something that Canada has already done. We've gotten rid of pennies by now. We don't use pennies anymore. We just round to the nearest nickel, 5 cents. It seems like the United States is going to be doing that as well. They'll be getting rid of pennies. Good for them, I guess. Also at the Super Bowl, he commented on Taylor Swift getting booed. The only one that had a tougher night than the Kansas City Chiefs was Taylor Swift. Of course, Taylor Swift was pro Kamala Harris during her campaign, so there's some bad blood, get it, between Donald Trump and Taylor Swift. She got booed out of the stadium. MAGA is very unforgiving. That's what he had to comment on that. And of course, this has become a meme now. Her like getting booed while the camera is just zooming into her face. It literally looks like this monkey meme with the eyes and everything. It's perfect replica in my opinion. Very funny. Trump says that he may stop aid to Egypt and Jordan if they don't take in 1.9 million refugees from Gaza. If you don't know this, Donald Trump is interested in purchasing and owning Gaza as well. I think, I don't know, he saw all those Palestine is for free, so he's trying to get it for free. No, I'm kidding. But you get the idea. And he's going to be moving those refugees over to, what did I just say, Egypt and Syria? And he's hoping that they will accept them. We don't know. Israel, on the other hand, is preparing for a full withdrawal from the eastern border areas in southern Lebanon. Seems like Hezbollah and Israel war is cooling down as well. We already know that Hamas-Israel war is also cooling down. They're releasing some hostages. Seems like, I think, little by little, based off the little bits that I've seen. You know what else is also Trump is going to be changing, I guess, on the maps is Gulf of Mexico to Gulf of America. In fact, Google itself has already renamed the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America. And I couldn't believe this and went and fact checked myself, and it's actually true. You see, they put in brackets Gulf of America. So, I mean, it's real. The Gulf of Mexico, it's being changed to Gulf of America. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. They've also updated their calendar application, so the Google Calendar app. They removed this whole Pride Month section and the start of Black History Month. They're de-wokifying, thanks to Donald Trump, of course. Great. Bill Gates of Microsoft, this is suspicious. He said that the odds of another pandemic in the next 4 years are 10 to 15%, and we are not prepared, is what he said. What does this guy know? Maybe, I don't know. He's always involved in the World Health Organization, and I don't know, possibly behind funding COVID is a bit of a conspiracy that's going around. But yeah, next 4 years, 10 to 15% of another pandemic that we're not prepared for. I mean, that's a higher chance than the asteroid hitting us, which is like 2.3% in 2032. So, hey, let's hope that nothing happens, because actually I would be indifferent, depending on how bad it is. Maybe it's a cool pandemic. Maybe it's a zombie one. I don't know. BYD, this is the China AI thing that I was going to talk about. BYD is a vehicle company from China. They make electric vehicles, and they're based in China. EVs. They announced that DeepSeek, so the Chinese AI ChatGPT killer that caused the market to crash at some point, they will be integrating that into all of their electric vehicle softwares. So their main AI system will be using DeepSeek and not any US AI stuff, which, I mean, this makes sense. This is a Chinese AI company working with a Chinese electric vehicle company for their software. Makes sense. Speaking of China and vehicles, they are also imposing a 15% tariff on all US vehicles. I don't remember if I shared this yesterday, so that's why I wanted to share this again. If I'm sharing it again, then I did, but I don't remember. But it's just important as well, because there was also that other tariff on aluminum and steel that Donald Trump put, and also 25% tariff, I think, from China also happened. So there you go. That caused a bit of a drop, but it didn't go too crazy, right? What else we got? CoinShares has filed for a Litecoin ETF with Nasdaq. So on Nasdaq, we're probably going to get a CoinShares ETF for Litecoin, and that is the reason why Litecoin has been pumping today, 11%, and it seems like it's still kind of going. I've already taken my profits. I'm cool with this. It can continue doing whatever it desires. Doesn't bother me anymore. I've taken my profits. So now let's talk about Ethereum. This is a very interesting post from the Kobe C letter explaining what's happening with Ethereum. It goes into a deep analysis, so that's what we're going to get into. It seems like as of right now, Ethereum is being shorted like never before. There's many people, selling Ethereum and putting it in short positions, right? You make money when the price drops is what that means. And it's up 40% in 1 week and 500% since November 2024. The amount of people that are shorting Ethereum. Never in history have Wall Street hedge funds been so short of Ethereum, and it's not even close. So what do hedge funds know is coming? So we saw the effect, first of all, on February 2nd, and this is something that really irritated me as well when this drop happened, February 2nd. The initial trade war fears when, Trump mentioned, okay, Canada and Mexico tariffs are happening, by the way, 25%, good luck. And Canada immediately responded February 2nd on a Sunday of all days. So, of course, crypto market was going to suffer. They mentioned we're going to retaliate with the same tariffs. And that just caused everything to crash because, okay, trade war is happening, confirmed, right? It fell 37% in 60 hours as the trade war headlines emerged. It felt like almost a flash crash seen in stocks in 2010, but with no headlines. And more than $1 trillion was erased in crypto in hours. This, of course, was more than the COVID crash, more than FTX crash, more than Terra Luna crash. So this was something significant, right? Although for some reason we didn't see a massive spike on the volatility index for the S&P 500, for example, because the S&P 500 opened the next day and the fears were practically gone. Things were getting resolved little by little. Sure, there was still a drop, but it wasn't too crazy. The volatility index did spike, but it wasn't too much compared to, 2018 or 2019 trade war, I think it was, or COVID spike or recession fear spike. It wasn't that insane. But for crypto, of course, because it's open 24/7, they suffered the hardest. And for whatever reason, Ethereum seemed to be the biggest loser out of all of this. I remember seeing this end. 37%, if you're literally anywhere on Ethereum and you've done the 3x leverage, which is the thing that I'm always using, 3x leverage on a long position, if it drops 33%, your position's liquidated. It's gone, right? So I lost a lot of money there. But I did rebuy from this drop over here as well. So I'm well positioned for if Ethereum does eventually pump forward again. But it's going to take a while. And here's why. Even as short exposure was ramping up in December 2024, the Ethereum inflows were high. We're talking about the ETFs because Ethereum already has ETFs. And by the way, we're already talking about Litecoin ETFs here, and that's pumping the market. When there's an ETF announcement, it will pump whatever coin was being announced that will be getting that ETF. But in this case, in this case it's fine, right? Once the ETFs do come out, especially Grayscale, if Grayscale gets a hold of it, those guys are just going to dump that through that ETF all the time. They're always going to sell it. They've done it historically with Bitcoin, and they've proven it again with Ethereum. We don't have any news about Grayscale filing for Litecoin ETF. We only got CoinShares that is doing it. So I guess that's a bit optimistic for the market. They're like, hey, at least it's not Grayscale. We're getting a CoinShares ETF for Litecoin. Litecoin is like the digital silver, as if Bitcoin was the digital gold, right? So that's the correlation that people are seeing with this. In just 3 weeks, Ethereum saw $2 billion of new funds. That's with a record-beating weekly inflow of 854 million. So that was good, but however, hedge funds are betting Ethereum's surge and limiting breakouts. Furthermore, volume has been strong in ETH, generally speaking. I kind of disagree. I think it's stronger in other areas, but that's besides the point. We saw large spikes in volume January 21st. That was after Inauguration Day, and large spikes in volume around the February 3rd crash. Remember, volume isn't always a good thing. Volume just means a lot of movement, whether that be toward the upside or the downside. This case was upside, this case was downside. Price action has failed to recover the gap lower even as 1 week has passed. In fact, even as Bitcoin and other major cryptocurrencies have broken out, Ethereum is stuck. I showed you this chart already, right? In the weekly time frame, at least, not in the monthly, but it's a very similar movement as what I'm explaining. We're very, very far from our all-time high. 45% below its record high that was set in November 2021. So that brings the next question, why are hedge funds so dedicated to shorting Ethereum? There's fear of Ethereum being classified as a security by the SEC, but that's not that relevant. With the new SEC under the Trump administration, this seems unlikely that they're going to be sued or anything like that. In fact, even Eric Trump's posted, it's a great time to add ETH, and prices kind of surge, but it's still not enough. I remember this post, and I even commented on it, I'm pretty sure. I want to find it if I can. What can I see? Eric Trump, whom I am following. Did he mention Ethereum here? Nope. Ethereum. Just want to see if I can find that tweet. It's there, but I want to see the official one because I commented on it. Let's see how far it is. Okay, he mentioned something about Bitcoin as well. Okay, maybe he's just saying this about literally any coin. This is what he mentioned. In my opinion, it's a great time to add Ethereum. There's this meme going around where if the dev has a girlfriend, it's probably not going to work out anymore. Right? Wow, I can't really find my... Okay. I'll find it, I'll find it. Yeah, so I said yeah, no, when he said it in his opinion. It's a great time to add ETH. So I don't agree with that. Well, 2,800, a bit lower, maybe. Bit lower, maybe. But other than this, no, at right now. There's other options. There's better options you can, if you were looking for a greater return on your investment, my opinion. The ETFs just seem to be something negative for Ethereum, rather than what it was meant to be, something positive, where it has proven to be positive with Bitcoin, for example, things that people would actually want. This is why we're hoping that the next ETF that comes out will be something that people do want. Litecoin, I can understand why, but it's probably not the best option. I would argue a Solana ETF or an XRP ETF would be the better options at this time. It would be more popular for people to start purchasing. So there's a lot of debate over the answer to this question. Potential reasons range from market manipulation or harmless crypto hedges, bearish outlook on Ethereum itself. I think it's kind of all of the above. There is a lot of manipulation with these ETFs, mainly Grayscale. I'll show what I'm talking about as well. If we look at the ETF flows for Ethereum. I haven't checked this, by the way, so it's going to be my first time looking at this. Mainly... Okay, not bad, actually. In total, it's inflows. But, I mean, look at the amount of outflows from Grayscale. Just something crazy, right? And some days, like, nobody inflows anything at all. And then only Grayscale is outflowing. It's just been like this for months now, right? Just consider this for months. It's been like that. So I feel like it's all of those. Largely due to this extreme positioning, Ethereum has significantly underperformed Bitcoin. That is true. Bitcoin is now 6 times larger than Ethereum, one of its largest caps since 2020. Could Ethereum be setting up for a short squeeze? that could also be a thing because of the amount of shorts. Long term, I mean, people will continue buying Ethereum just because it's the second largest coin and it's very OG. People will buy Ethereum. That could cause a short squeeze and pump it up again. The question is how far? 4,000? 5,000 maybe? Where would the cycle top be? Many people predict 8,000 or even higher than that, but I don't think it's going to go that high. I would say 8,000 exaggerating. Okay? Best case scenario, we break out of our all-time high. 4,800 was it? Almost 5,000 USDT. Maybe. Okay. This extreme positioning means big swings like the one on February 3rd will be more common. Okay, I don't understand that part. So, like, swings back upwards is what they're saying. The dip is one thing, but the swing back up, I guess. Larger swings, yeah, because people will start buying it, and it's going to stay in a range for a while until we push it high enough to reach that short squeeze section. I wonder if I have liquidation heat map, but for Ethereum. I have it for Bitcoin. Ethereum futures data. I need a liquidation map. Binance. Yeah, can I see this? Please. How do I... Okay, liquidation heat map. But I want it for Ethereum. I don't think it has it. Okay, well, it won't show me here. Doesn't matter. Oh, this is liquidation map, not heat map. I need heat map. Heat map. Pair. Does it show Ethereum? It does not. And it won't let me change. Okay, forget it. I was hoping I could see it just to see where we could get a short squeeze from. But apparently it won't show me, which is whatever. Just gonna look it up. Ethereum liquidation heat map. Bitcoin Ethereum liquidation heat map. Why you include Bitcoin? This is just Bitcoin. Oh, here's the pairs. Ethereum. Oh, cool. It does show other pairs as well. That's interesting. I would take a look at this later on as well. Don't show me 3 days. Show me like a month. A month might be too harsh, actually. What is this? 3,400 seems to be a major short squeeze area. And then, of course, 2,800 would be the next one. When was this? January 31st? Give me 1 week then. This will zoom in things a little better. Also, why is this so bright? There we go. I hope that doesn't damage that too much. Yeah, so 2,800 seems to be major resistance / short squeeze area for Ethereum. That's going to be important. We're actually pretty close, I'm not going to lie. Since wherever we recovered from. But this won't be too harsh either. Okay, 300 million, that's like an average inflow day, depending on which ETF you're looking at, right? Sometimes it doesn't even reach 300, right? The ETF inflows. Yeah, okay, once it did, thanks to BlackRock teaming up with Fidelity, it seems. What happened February 4 for Ethereum? Some analysis stay going on here. February 4. I'm assuming it's this. No. 5, 4. So we practically got these, which was 1, 2%, maybe 3%. This is not included here. Yeah, maybe a 3% pump. That's actually nothing. This is mainly done by retail. I doubt it was from... Get out of here. 3rd of February, 4th of February. Yeah. Yeah, something like that kind of recovery we could see pump up from that liquidation area, 2,800. So I mentioned 3,400 and 2,800. Those are important. So watch out for those on Ethereum. 3,400 is right over here. Okay, pal. Let me edit this. Be less thicker. Also want the color to be white and chords 3,400. And I also want one more at 2,800. It's around those levels that you'd have to pay attention for Ethereum. You could argue like, I don't know, I could draw a box, can't I? Rectangle. Something like this, yeah. But I don't want it to be purple. No background, no middle line. Extend, right and left. Okay, maybe just right. Nice. Something similar, but up here. And then I want to get rid of these lines that I drew. Okay, that's what you have to look out for. Liquidation, short squeeze, for us to start pumping up again. Breaking out of these resistances will be very significant, very important for Ethereum. There you have it. You're welcome for the Ethereum analysis. Yeah, Bitcoin is up roughly 12 times as much as Ethereum since the start of 2024. Oh, I see. I see what they're saying here. A short squeeze changed this. That means Ethereum could go... Okay, let's just say a short squeeze. 11 minus 127. I mean the other way around. 127 minus... You know what? I'm going to be precise with this. 127.42 minus 11.10 is 116% that Ethereum can increase. However, keep in mind this thing, right? Based off of a 40% drop, 50% drop, Ethereum would have to go 116%. I mean, that would take us to, I'm estimating here, 3,700, but I'm going to give you exact numbers right now. And this is not a prediction or anything. This is literally just me trying to use my brain as much as I can. 2,679 times 1.16 32. Wow, that's it. 3,100. That's where those shorts, this short squeeze could take, not even to 3,400. We got a long way to go for Ethereum. It's going to be painful. That first short squeeze will likely do that. Oh my god, 100% to do this? That can't be right. Surely I'm messing something up. Surely I'm messing something up. If something's moving 100%, it would double in price, wouldn't it? Plus 116%. Oh, it's literally just 3,100. Yeah, I don't know. Do with that information what you will. Did you guys know that Bera has launched? It's apparently a failing chain already. I think I checked it out on CoinMarketCap once. I don't remember if I did it on stream. Bera chain. It's still number 113. It was very recent, right? I remember this dump, and that's all. Currently $5. Reached a high of 14. I don't know if this will be any good. I don't know. I'd have to research it further, and I don't think it's... I feel like there's just plenty of other options of other coins that you know and trust already, rather than using Bera. It is out on many exchanges though, so there is that at least. But still negative sentiment in general about this change. Mainly could also be just because of the name. Yeah. Do you guys remember the CAR coin, Central African Republic meme coin that was launched by this guy? Apparently the launch video that was released, they ran it through like a deepfake detector and it's apparently marked as suspicious. This is possibly a deepfake, is what they're saying. Uh, I mean, it's already reached $530 million market cap, which is quite significant. And that president guy is friends with CZ, so I don't know. I wouldn't trust it still, anyway. Why would you even want that? Just buy Bitcoin. AMD, this is some more stock news if you're interested in that. Apparently it's, I agree that's kind of undervalued, right? AMD stock has price to earnings ratio of 17 with earnings of 26 billion and a market cap of 174 billion. And then compare that to Palantir, which seems like it's very overvalued, in my opinion, as well. Mainly because Nancy Pelosi bought it or something, I don't know. But AMD, I got some money invested in there too. Pump it up. Purchasing power of $100, how much it decreases. Right now, $100 from 1913 will buy you $3 worth of items today. Isn't that crazy? Bitcoin solves this, bottom line. And use a stop loss, because if you do drop like this, you're going to need a lot more of a percentage increase to recover that area, so just watch out. Alright, paying attention for those Ethereum movements. Alright. Is this set to 2,800? Yes. I also do want to make this a little thinner. Okay, perfect. Those are two major resistances for Ethereum. If you do want to be fancy, you could draw a Fibonacci as well. I hope this isn't in rainbow colors. Of course it is. I'll have to readjust all this. So first of all, this has to be a lot thinner and drop the opacity, maybe 40%. Also, turn off the shading, the background. We don't need that. I also want this extended to the right. I want the levels to be shown in the right side and the middle. Font size is fine. Change the colors of these just a little. Oh, and I also want to make them dashed. Thinner lines, dashed lines. Good. Perfect. Hey, that coincides at least a little. The 2,800 and then 3,336 is what this one says. This kind of zone kind of works. I don't know. We're going to have to wait until we reach those resistances to determine for sure. So far, though, ever since its drop, which would be starting over here, that resistance has worked out fine. This kind of a support, I guess. So we're kind of in this range. We do have to break out of the 2,800 mark for Ethereum to continue going higher. That's my Ethereum analysis. Hope you enjoyed it. How long have I been streaming? 49 minutes. I'm done with the news as well. I don't think I can find any entries today. Everything is kind of at an uptrend. We did just get a down movement for Solana here. I'm too lazy to wait for this to swing upwards. It's going to take a while. I'd rather not risk it. Litecoin's already gone up, so good for Litecoin. Sui is also having a massive day today. Good for Sui. Chainlink was also good. I was just too scared to enter. Downswing happened. Moving average cross upward is about to happen. Uptrend is confirmed. How feasible is it though? Probably not that feasible. I think it's just going to return back to the cloud. I don't know. We don't got too many fundamentals going on. Wednesday is going to be the important day based off of trading economics calendar. Tuesday is literally nothing. Just Fed Chair Powell speech. Who cares about what that guy says though? And then we're getting inflation data Wednesday. That's going to impact the market a little bit. It'll tell us whether or not we get a rate cut. That's also something I wanted to check, the rate cuts. Just to see if anything has changed at all. Next meeting in 36 days in March. Yeah. Still 93% chance of maintaining the interest rate that we have. March 19 is the next Fed meeting. If I go to aggregated, we're expecting rate cut in June and December. So there you go. You just pay attention to the blue, right? Cool. Next year, no rate cuts. Well, one rate cut end of year. I don't think that's that relevant either way. We got so much data to go through before we actually determine any sudden final levels. But I mean, going forward under Trump's presidency, seems like the economy, it is fine and will continue to be fine, which will give room for enough rate cuts. Rate cuts are good for the economy. It'll boost it up. Cool. What is this? Interest rates on X? I didn't even notice this. Wow. I didn't know this existed. Nice. Does Trading Economics have a Twitter? I'm scrolling too far. I could just search here, right? Trading Economics. That is not Trading Economics. Let me just look them up. I'm assuming it's this one. They're not verified. That's sus. TradingEconomics.com. Is this the same thing? Yes, it is. Joined June 2009. Yeah. All right. This is a crazy take. Switching your ketchup from Heinz and you take French's instead, it's a good way to avoid paying more in a Canada-US trade war. Just don't have the trade war to begin with. Just secure the border. How hard can that be? I literally applied for Why am I getting Adolf Hitler stuff on my feed? Oh, did you see this guy's a plane crash on a runway in Arizona? Just rammed into that one. I think 2 people died or something. It killed 1, injured multiple others. That's wild work. Was this done on purpose or what? 1 person is dead at least. Okay, failed to left main landing gear. Okay. Oh, there you go. Okay, guys. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow. And will I start uploading books again?